From gladiator days to Facebook likes, the story of the thumbs up. This evolution continued into modern times, especially during World War II. The noise from pilots' airplanes was too loud for clear communication through spoken words. So, pilots took the thumbs up gesture as a silent communication tool. It was used to tell the ground crew that all was well and that they were ready to take off. As we move on to the 1970s, the character Fonzie from the American TV show Happy Days made the thumbs up popular. Fonzie frequently used the gesture to signal approval and coolness. However, it was Facebook that really made its positive meaning strong and spread all around the world. The social media giant chose the thumbs up as its like button. It makes this ancient gesture a universal symbol of approval on the internet. From a death sentence to a symbol of approval, the thumbs up shows how a simple gesture can vary in different times.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our article. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Jiggling.
And today, we've been learning all about the history of the thumbs up. And we learned that it goes all the way back to the ancient Roman days. That's so cool. But it totally did not mean, yay back then. It actually meant that you're going to die. So it's not a very good gesture to see back then.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot more to learn about why or how did the powerful thumbs up become so popular nowadays. Shall we take a look at our article then?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's take a look. It says, this evolution continued into modern times, especially during World War II. Okay, now an evolution is a change over time. It can even be like also an evolution of animals, meaning how animals in their characteristics or their looks have changed over a long period of time. And evolution can also be used to talk about other things too, like technology. So technology has, we have a huge evolution in technology. We went from no phones, or we went from writing letters and writing mail to other people to now using smartphones. So that's what an evolution is like. So the word especially means more with one person, thing, or etc. than with others, or more in particular circumstances than in others. For example, we can use it in a sentence like this. We should be kind to everyone, especially those who are going through a difficult time and need our support.
So evolution 就是一个发展演变的意思 especially 就是尤其或者是特别怎么样的意思。所以这一个演变呢一直延续到现代哦，尤其是在第二次世界大战期间。
The article says the noise from pilots' airplanes was too loud for clear communication through spoken words. Yes, I can totally imagine, like, just even sometimes planes flying overhead, when we're near the airport or wherever, it's so loud. So it must have been very hard for pilots to communicate with each other, especially if they need to talk about, war strategy or like fighting strategies, right?
Yeah. 所以呢我们来看一下为什么其实那个时候 the noise from pilots' airplanes 就是意思说什么噪音呢来自于飞行员的飞机他们的噪音太大了所以他们是没有办法透过口语去清晰的沟通这篇文章中出现的 spoken words 就是我们口语讲出来的字
Next it says, so pilots took the thumbs up gesture as a silent communication tool. Okay, so silent here is an adjective and it means where there is little or no sound, like you make zero sound. Like for example, if you're very, very, very noisy, think about being very noisy at school and your teacher has had enough. Maybe your teacher will tell you guys to be silent, meaning no noise. You have to be very, very, very quiet. Here we can also use it in a sentence like this. The sign at the library says, we have to be silent.
所以 silence 就是无声的或静音的常常就变成突然没有声音哦英文可以说的 fall silent 比如说 the room fell silent as everyone listened intently to the speaker 就是很认真听然后这个整个房间就变得很安静那这是形容词嘛 silent 名词 silence 所以就是变成尾音不一样。So 如果去打破一个沉寂沉默，就是 break the silence. In a moment of courage, she decided to break the silence and speak up about the injustices she had witnessed. 所以呢，飞行员呢，他们那时候因为口语不能讲话，听不到，就把这个大拇指的手势当成一个无声的沟通工具。
Next, it says, it was used to tell the ground crew that all was well and that they were ready to take off. Here we see the word crew. Crew is a noun and it means all of the people working on a plane or a ship. So in aviation or flying, you'll have your ground crew and your air crew, which is the flight attendants. Some of the tasks of the ground crew is to help you check in your flight. They load your luggage or baggage on the plane, and they make sure that the plane is safe to fly, safe to take off, right? So here, this is what ground crew is. What it means. Here, we can also use crew in a sentence like this. The captain wanted to thank his crew, so he threw them a dinner party on the last night together. And then we also saw the phrase here, take off. Take off means to get ready to fly and to be up in the air. So your plane can take off and then they can also go down to land as well.
所以 crew 就是全体机组人员，当然当不只是机组，船员、组员都可以。Ground crew 指的就是地勤人员哦。我们常常说 to have a crew of 什么，就是一整体的组员，什么组员。The ship had a crew of experienced sailors who navigated the vessel through rough waters. 这边指的是很有经验的在开船的人哦。所以 take off 就是起飞的意思。所以当时候这个手势呢，就是拿来告诉地勤工作人员说一切都好，可以准备起飞了。
So I guess it means, okay, let's go. Good. Next, in the article says, as we move on to the 1970s, the character Fonzie from the American TV show Happy Days made the thumbs up popular. Do you know the show, by the way?
I actually do not know.
Okay, yeah. I think this is like really only popular amongst like American people and then especially like maybe my age, because this is a older show.
Your age? You're not.
Yes.
You're very young.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I mean, I think people my age would know this show because this was something that maybe our parents watched. But Happy Days was like a really fun TV show, and there's this character Fonzie. He was super cool. Okay, and then everybody at that time wanted to be like him, and he was like, he was the Brad Pitt of that time, I think. Okay, so here we said we move on to. This phrase means to go to a different place, subject, or activity. So if you want to change topics with people, or if you want to change something, you want to talk about something else, you can say, let's move on to, da-da-da-da-da, or like moving on. You can say phrases like that.
所以 move on to something 就是变换的意思，变换什么话题、对象或地点。所以 after finishing his bachelor's degree, he decided to move on to pursuing a master's degree in computer science. 所以我们现在进入呢1970年代哦，这个美国的电视节目 Happy Days 就是欢乐时光中的角色 Fonzie， 他让竖起大拇指这个手势变得更流行了。
We're really moving fast in history, moving forward in history. And here it says, Fonzie frequently used the gesture to signal approval and coolness, okay? So frequently is an adverb, and it means more than often. For example, we can say, buses run very frequently to the train station, so you usually don't need to wait too long.
So frequently 就是频繁的意思，所以去频繁的拜访一个地方 you can say to frequently visit a place. She frequently visited the local library to borrow books and attend events. So frequently is an adverb. We can also, the adjective form is frequent. The noun form is frequency.
Okay, so he often used the thumbs up gesture to signal approval and coolness. Here we see the word signal. It means to be a sign that something exists or is likely to happen. So, for example, we can say the changing leaves signaled the beginning of the fall season, and we looked forward to cooler weather. So he kind of uses to show or to, say that, okay, this is what I mean, or this is what's going to happen. he used this signal to show approval. Approval is when you give something or someone permission to do something. So, yeah, basically, he would use the thumbs up to say, okay, sure, fine, go ahead, basically.
So 呢，我们这个字啊 ，signal 就是显示、表示，在这边当动词哦。那当名词也可以，比如说当名词，我们去给谁发号、发出什么信号。She waved her hand to send a signal to her friend across the room. 这边的 signal 是当名词。那么 signal 我们也可以拿来当铁路、公路的号志灯 like a road, traffic, railway signal. And also we saw the word approval. This is a noun. Approval 它通常是来自于动词，它动词是 approve. 所以名词 approval 就是赞成、认可的意思。So Fonzie 经常用大拇指按赞这个手势来表示认可跟很酷的感觉。
Next it says, however, it was Facebook that really made its positive meaning strong and spread all around the world. I think that's very true. Everybody uses like thumbs up now, or everybody says like, oh, like give me a 赞 or something like that, right?
对，所以其实我们说 Fonzie 它是其中一个让这个大拇指手势变得流行。不过其实最大的这个原因还是 Facebook 啊，因为它那时候大家就说，我们来帮我们的po文按赞干嘛的，就是把它的积极的含义变得更强大，传播到世界各地。
Power of social media. So that's what the article says. The social media giant chose the thumbs up as its like button. So if you like something, you see the symbol, the thumbs up, and everybody knows that you like it. You approve of it.
Right, the opposite would be the thumbs now.
Yeah, the dislike.
在 YouTube 上面我们就有 dislike. 很可怜，很可恶。对，所以这个社交媒体巨头呢，就是 Facebook， 他们就选了这个大拇指来当做是他赞好的按钮，按赞。
Yes. Next it says, it makes this ancient gesture a universal symbol of approval on the internet. This ancient gesture, which remember it meant a sign of death, is now a universal symbol of approval. Here, universal means done by or involving all the people in the world or in a particular group. It's basically saying that no matter where you're from or what language you speak, you can understand it. For example, we can say English is a universal language. Almost everywhere you go, people try to speak English to communicate with each other. So, yes, you have to try to learn some English. It helps.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, it helps.
那么 universal 就是全世界普遍大家都可以理解的。所以呢，这个按赞这个东西啊，它就 Facebook 就让这个古老的手势成为网络上普遍的认可象征。
Let's continue reading. It says, from a death sentence to a symbol of approval, the thumbs up shows how a simple gesture can vary in different times. Okay, here it means like different time in history. Okay, vary though is a verb and it means to be different from each other in size, shape, etc. For example, you have fish, but the types and species of fish really vary. Like you have goldfish, and then you have pufferfish, and then you have angelfish. They're all fish, but the way they look, their size and their shape is all very different. For example, we can also use it in a sentence like this. We visited a super cool store that has chairs that vary in all sorts of color, size, and style.
所以 vary 就是相异，跟什么不同？The prices of goods can vary from store to store. 这个 from store to store 就是每一间店不一样哦，这个价钱不一样。So it's important to shop around. When you shop around, it means you kind of like you try to make a decision before you buy something. 就是可能这间比价 to compare prices, which price is more reasonable. 那这边的vary 是动词嘛，形容词就是 various， 名词就是 variety， 都是各式各样的意思。死刑的判决到认可的象征，我们就知道说竖起大拇指展示了一个简单式的手势，它这可以不同的时代变化，非常的有趣哦。
Okay, so let's wrap everything up with our For You chat. Can you think of other symbols that have changed in meaning over time? What are they? Can you think
Maybe
of
the heart sign, because like the heart emoji that in the past my parents that they used to just they see it and then they think it's a human heart.
Oh, really?
It's just a body part.
Oh.
It's just an organ. Has nothing to do with romance, love, affections. But nowadays we use the heart emoji to show our affections towards someone.
Yeah,
right?
like we like them or we love someone, right? Oh, that's true. I thought of the peace sign. You know the one with
在夜吗?
Yeah. Because, during World War II, Winston Churchill used this gesture to mean V for victory. And then in the 70s, I know that it was used to mean like peace, like literally peace, like don't fight, no more war. And I guess now it's used as a very cute pose when we take pictures, right? Like you can use to do so many things to cover your face, to be cute.
真的真的
So yeah, I guess like that's also a gesture that changed a lot through time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you guys think of any other symbols or gestures that changed, hand gestures that changed over time? If they are, you can share with us or you can talk about it with your friends. But we hope you liked our article about why we do the thumbs up now. Give you a little bit of a history lesson. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. But that is all the time that we have for today. And we'll see you soon.
所以喜欢今天的节目吗？如果大家喜欢的话，不要忘记按赞追踪我们的 YouTube 频道跟 Facebook， 也不要忘记开启小铃铛，掌握第一手的英文学习内容。
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Especially. Jack loves Marvel movies, especially Captain America, the Winter Soldier. That's his favorite. Silent. During the final exam, the room was silent because all the students were focusing on the test. Crew. The crew on the flight were really polite, so I had a great time flying with them. Frequently. My trip to London wasn't much fun because it rained frequently while I was there. Signal. The drop in temperature over the past few weeks signals that winter is just around the corner. Vary. We typically serve about 2,000 customers per day, although that number can vary. Some days we serve more than 3,000.
智慧小补帖。
Evolution. Approval. Universal.